fully charged. Yeah, listen. Said I'm fully charged. Freestyling, you don't know it. Throw it, explode it. From the top of the dome, I blow it. Like it's sailing through the leaves and the trees. I camouflage.
Yo, good morning.
They can see me in the
I gotta figure it out.
Spit to the crowd, get loud. Wow, my whole style since a child.
We got some bots in here now too. Make it a lot better so I don't get hate rated. I don't want that crap. Hell.
So dramatic like the ocean's crashing in the form of waves. I'm a walk to the grave, and when I pop my style, you get transformed from the name to a civilized man with the mic in the hand instead of a gat. You wanna strap something else? Follow me back. Listen, yo, run it back though. I run this race like an athlete, run this pace. MCs wanna change, get grace, the mic get laced. This is hip-hop apocalypse. Your whole style is preposterous. How you gonna stop me? This is nonsense, bitch. I roll with hats and some monster risk. And it's like the microphone I'm kissing. Use my intuition from the dome, just a chin. Leave your whole mind itching, scratching your scalp. Cold like that when I roll flows. Don't know them out that I pose with.
I try to peel this. I think last time I tried to peel it, it's definitely a harder item to peel. And then we're gonna have to take the seeds out. We're gonna have to take the seeds out and then dice it all up. Throw it in my bowl. Throw it in here. And I'll throw the onion in here. Once we dice that up, I am terrible at dicing onions. By the way. So I gotta go grab that. From the back when I style of the rap. This is hip-hop apocalypse. Your whole style is preposterous. When I flip flows acrobatically like some gymnasts, get panicky, and my whole style is just anarchy. From the court of the keys, my reward is to please. Whatever the keys say, I do say, please say. Wanna talk about the he say, she say. I'm I double. The game's in trouble, I bubble with the crowd to the wall start to rumble, and my whole style throwing it hard. This is hip hop apocalypse. I got a lovely bag in my room that has all my stuff, and I have a mandolin in there. Probably should take that out before I start digging in there, and then I'd be like, oh, my finger. Cut them off. From the force of my heat, from the chest, yes, rescue and pass, and I'm from the double S, blessed to your head when I'm don't know breath with the best, and I'm 30 G low marksman and Emma, James Bond and even Carnage, even though we gone with the styles that nobody talks about. It's like the true food of eyes youth when you're all watching and listening. Yo, I want to dig everything out. It'd be kind of a pain to get it all back in there. Where did I throw it away? Oh, God, I didn't.
Sometimes I have to question my ability. Is it really worth pursuing a career with no stability? 1 minute you're here, next minute you're gone. It's like you just disappear when they finish playing your song. I'ma keep on, keep strong, beat on track. What's the stop?
I'm thinking now, like right where it could be. Watch it in there the entire
so tell us why you wanna try and keep links back. We're doing this for the love, we're doing it to express, we're doing it for the fun, we're doing it at our best. Using it like a gun to hit you up in your chest. That's how I know that there's none that couldn't give us respect. I've been waiting for every time I try to step, but staying up in my drawer is long. I think that I've slept long enough.
Now I gotta put.
Even though I know I'm gonna be, I can't help stating the facts because I wanna be a somebody.
Just when I thought I knew where like all my stuff was, I clearly do not.
Hit the earth with a verse that'll blow your mind. So precise,
Let
my
me
heart
get
beats
all
the
this stuff put
metronome of
back
time.
in
Close
my
my eyes
bag.
and visualize flows that rise from the inner depths of my soul and open wide. See, I'm
back in my
getting
room.
chased by this local crime. There's too many ropes to climb, and I just wanna rhyme till my throat's a mime and holds the line to translate my speech to a ghostly sign. It's only my true self I hope to find, but pollution in the shitty city chokes my mind. Them people, them give me set modes to life and expect me
Alright,
to
that's
follow
all
cause I'm
better.
oversized.
Now-
But that won't dishearten my growth tonight or growth today. I and I
Last
growth
time
for life.
I think I was having a lot harder times with trying to play
I
this.
fight with mics for life cause my life is mine.
Smell pretty good.
Sick of being one day.
It's pretty looking. Just gotta peel this.
Sick of being a nobody, but I wanna be a somebody.
Nice it up.
Got to be a somebody. I'm sick of being
Definitely on the stickier side. I haven't had a butternut squash in forever. But I've had the soup once, and I gotta say it was pretty good. I really liked it. Something I haven't had in forever. And I got the squash for free too. My dad got it from one of our neighbors in my hometown. So it's better yet, I didn't even have to pay for it. I just had to pay for the extra ingredients for. I think I might want to peel it down to the orange. There we go. That looks nice. But otherwise, I just had to buy an onion, buy some spices, and then I'll have a meal for 3-4 days. Ain't bad at all. It's healthy for me too. Now hope to God that I don't drop this thing, 'cause now I'm touching slimy. I don't want to say slimy because it's gonna make it sound gross. But I'm touching the wet stuff. Actually, here's the progress so far. We're making pretty good progress. Not taking too long. Might need to grip. I got it. Might need to grab a pole. That might help. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose this thing. It'll be on the floor, and then I'm gonna be sad. Like anything else in life, you gotta learn on the go. If you think you're gonna know it all by seeing it, you're just not. You gotta do it. Oh, come on. I need to sharpen my knives though, really badly. My knives are definitely not the sharpest tools in the shed right now. They're pretty dull. Need to work on that. I should probably take them in today while I have time and remember. That would be an amazing idea. But I guarantee I'll probably forget by the end of the stream. Probably forget easily. Oh, that's looking pretty good. We got a little bit down on the end, but that's not bad at all. So, go ahead. This side, we'll take this, throw that in soapy water. And then I want to go like this so we can decore it a little bit and get the seeds out of there. We got some seeds in there, not too much, but we got some. I want to get them out first. Far yet? Just about.
Deadly serious.
Almost like reminds me of pumpkins in a way. I've only had this thing once. I've only done stuff with it once, I should say. Fitbit, very nice. There we go. That's not too bad. You just gotta take that stuff out. It's probably stuff you can actually do with the seeds, but I don't really have the time to do that kind of stuff, so I'm probably gonna throw them away. Somebody's gonna be like swearing at me, I guarantee. Like when they watch it, they're like, "Wow, you didn't use the seeds." Like, wait, sometimes you just don't have the time. That's okay. If you have the time for it, you have the time. If you don't have the time for it, not the end for it. I mean, plus I gotta figure out like what I actually could do with them. Like if you could turn them in like basically like sunflower seeds, and these like be pretty nutritious and good for you, then by all means, I look into it. So kind of like corn and pumpkin. And I did not like that as a kid. I'll tell you that. That was like one of the things that I hated doing as a kid. I found it so gross. Like digging your hands right into a pumpkin. Every Halloween we did that. I found it so gross. I gagged. I think my mom would tell me stories about essentially how I would like leave the room whenever they do pumpkins. I'm like, I just didn't like it. Now it doesn't even bother me one bit. I don't know what happened. I don't know what changed. But it doesn't bother me now. I'll stick my hands right in there. I can get taken out of contact very quickly. As can anything, I guess, that really comes out of my mouth. So we just about got it. To add more to the other one. Come on. Empty the spoon out. There we go. So then I'm going to take this one. Go ahead and get all of this out. Come on. Come on. Get out of there. You gotta be in there a little more. I'm evicting you. You can't be in there.
Yo. So what's the next move? Where do I go? Where do I stay? Where do I work? Where do I rest? Where do I play? It feels as though I
Can't really see like what I'm doing so much. But honestly, I don't think I really have the best angle probably to get in here. We'll get that better as we go on and stream more. If people are actually interested in watching me like eat gut, good butternut squash, excuse me. If people are actually interested in that, by all means I'll try to figure it out. I don't know how many people on average would be interested in watching. I don't watch every aspect. You'll get the point.
This means a lot to me. I never just write stuff. It's funny what you see along the road of your life, but life got a stress through. I'm trying to figure what might be the best route. Yeah, but every
We got
time
this
I get
part
next
ready.
to what I'm
Let me
seeking,
go ahead and get
is the next
all
move,
these.
the next move. Yo, life got me stressed through. I'm trying to figure
Definitely
what
have a little
might
bit
be
of a
the
mess
best
on the
route.
floor.
Yeah, but every time I get next to
That's
to
okay.
what I'm seeking,
Nothing
all I
wrong with
find
that.
is the next move.
We're gonna clean it up.
Already 20 years old, now that
So that's
can't
the
be
thing about
right. What
cooking
do
in
I feel
general.
like
A lot of
I've
people are
already lived
deterred
half my life? People telling me
cooking
that
because
death is
there's
a
a
part
mess
of life,
involved with it.
but
Which,
they're
in
all
reality,
words when I ask them
it's
why.
not so bad of a mess,
Things on my
because you're gonna
mind,
clean it
so I
up.
start to write, wondering if in this battle I'm
It's not that big of a deal. So now I'm going to take this portion. We'll cut off the ends. I don't really need them.
all cutting up their chest for a larger size. The kind of man you will attract in the
this
parking
end.
nights. The kind of man that will approach you with a mask and knife. I
That
don't
one.
laugh, I cry. These the
We're gonna
hardest times apart from
slowly
rhymes. I'm trying to feed my
go
starving
ahead and
mind.
get this
I ask a lot of
diced as
questions, I
much
can't
as
deny. I'd be
possible.
fibbing if I knew
By all means, I am not the best when it comes to cutting to make it like look nice and neat. It's not not. But at the same time, this doesn't really need to be that neat either. Plus, it doesn't help that my knives are dull. But it doesn't need to be that neat because we're gonna blend it up in my blender anyways. It's not that big of a deal. So it doesn't have to look the prettiest. I don't have to have the best technique either. Which will get better, it just all takes time. Like, I've been cooking for quite a while. I still have quite a bit of stuff to work on. I mean, that's the thing, it's like you can't deter yourself from cooking just because you're not skillful at certain things. Like, you don't get skillful unless you start doing it regularly. And you don't need to be a pro chef at the house either. Like, you're a home cook. You're not running a 5-star restaurant. No need to be hard on yourself for that kind of stuff. It's like, slowly just keep getting better at it. I mean, compared to like how I was when I first started cooking, like, I was terrible. I think I'd burn rice regularly, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, now it's like you learn how to like actually like cook rice a lot better and everything. I throw it in my Instant Pot, and now I don't even worry about it. And you get like perfect rice every time. Amazing. Just little things that you learn as you go. Where a lot of people like try to cook it on the stovetop, which by all means you can, but I don't think it's the most effective way. It's probably a lot easier sometimes. Maybe not the most effective of ways. God, my knives definitely are not the best condition. Whew. That's how you can cut yourself up really easily, though. You can cut yourself a lot more easily on a dull knife compared to a sharp knife. And people are like, wow, like, how does that make sense? Like, if it's a sharp knife, you think you cut yourself, right? No, not as much, because if you have a sharp knife, how much pressure are you putting on, like, the vegetables and stuff? And this probably scares people when I go like this, but chances are I've cut myself more on cans than actual knives. But when you think about it, you got a sharp knife, it's going to slice right through it, and you're not applying as much pressure, where if you have a more dull kind of knife, you're applying a lot more pressure, essentially, to like cut something that you would that you normally wouldn't have to. That's why you don't cut yourself as much on a dull knife, or a sharp knife. Now I'm saying the wrong stuff. Now I'm giving wrong, and I'm giving misinformation. They're like, just shut up, man. Just shut up while you're ahead. I'm like, no. Like, we're just gonna keep trying. Now try to cut the guts out of there, because I don't really need them in that. I don't really need that. Okay, so we'll go like this, and then we'll go like this, and like that. And that should come out pretty nicely, maybe? Oh, there we go. So then I'm going to go ahead and like this. Should I probably scare people with my cutting skills? I'm not really too scared about it. Cuts don't really scare me that much. I'm not going to purposely just go like, ah! Like that. But they don't really scare me too much, to be honest. It's more needles. Needles very much scare me a lot more than like accidentally cutting myself with a knife. Which, speaking of, not knives, but I should get my floor mat out here if I can get it with my foot. If I can have a little more cushion with my feet. This thing doesn't like slide out that easily. Yo, what's up, Mother? How you doing? What are you doing for work? Thanks for stopping by and the follow. I appreciate it, man. Oh my gosh, my thing upside down. My follow thing's upside down. I haven't had any followers in a while, so that's probably something to note with it. Wow. How you doing, man? Dude, this is wild. Slowly trying not to cut myself. Trying not to. Be making me hungry while working? Hey, that's like the best compliment, like a person cooking, chef, whatever you want to call them. That's the best compliment they can get. Like if I make people hungry just by the way I talk about food, that makes me feel good and happy. It's like food is a love language in itself for me. Food really is. And I think life is too short for low quality or like just crappy food generally. I think, and it's not really that hard. It just takes a little bit more effort, I think, for anything, and it just goes to show you how much effort people really want to put into like the kitchen. And I was talking with one of my coworkers about it. She's like, you're probably being hard on yourself for a lot of different aspects, but it's like, how many people actually like cook at home anymore? And there's like not that many people that actually cook. Like if you look at it, how long are the drive-through lines when you're just driving by, and look at how long they are. And it's like, for the amount of time that people are waiting in the drive-through, they could have made something better at home and save a lot more money. And it's fascinating. Like little things like that just add up, and it just makes me think a lot too. It's like, wow. It's like, then you hear some people complaining, they're like, oh, I have no time to do this, I have no time to do that. It's like, again, if you're at work, like that's one thing, and you're on a lunch break. It depends on how long your lunch break is. But you look at how long people sit in like drive-through lines for like fast food, and it's not the best quality food. It's not healthy for you. It's expensive as shit. I mean, groceries probably aren't the cheapest either sometimes, you know, it can be like that, but like, wow. It's like, look at how much money people spend. It's like crazy. And people are like, wow, you spent like $300 on something like my ice cream churner that I have, so then I churn ice cream from scratch. They're like, wow, you dropped $300 on that? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I cook all the time. And I'm like, it makes sense to the point where I'm gonna use that baby all the time, and now I can make freaking amazing ice cream whenever I want. I don't, like, if the ice cream shop's closed and it's like, well shit, now I can't have like good ice cream. Like I have to go to the store and spend, and given ice cream's not, I don't think really any cheaper making it. Like it's probably a little bit more on the expensive side to make ice cream compared to buy it. But to get the same quality ice cream that like I make, you're probably spending a pretty penny. And it's like, just little stuff like that I think of, like all the time. Holy shit, that scared me. My bag collapsed in my garbage can. And I'm like, I thought an animal in here or something. Like, what the? Oh my god. Now I gotta get my bag back in. Mauser, what do you do for work? If you're still here. If you're still here and listening, I should say. I definitely rant a lot. I want to say I apologize for that, but most people tell me, they're like, you know, it's like, I'd rather just hear your thoughts. And people typically don't get too angry for me ranting.
Watch out. Watch your back. The girl and the guy with the millionaire swag. The dudes at the bank got you throwing the stash.
Now we just gotta roast all this stuff up in my Dutch oven.
Watch out.
I'm not the fastest chopper.
Come on, watch out. Watch your back.
Get this done. And then I gotta cut the onion, hopefully not fry too much.
Yeah, I get it in. Fair God, not afraid of a thing. Slick now, but the long run you just can't win. And the way the world turns is just a matter of time. The fly is honey shining, rocking conflict diamonds. Some are scared, but they know it's like the world done crack. What's bad is now good and opposites don't attract. So I'm running all. Watch your back, watch out. Politicians only
saute the onions a little bit.
It won't be too long that you will get revealed. Without fear, go for what you know and do what you feel. But because he got the fact that don't mean that he's fake. He could have just watched his back and learned from all his mistakes.
Maybe I should grab my actual like paring knife. That'd probably be a lot easier to
the girl and the guy with the millionaire swag. The dudes at the bank got you throwing the stash. The soldier in the tank from Cali to West spank in a cell, getting tortured so you're sure to shake. Watch out.
I should say.
Yeah,
That,
watch your back.
that the correct word for that? Maneuverable?
Watch out.
Probably making up words as I go.
Watch your back. The girl and the guy with the millionaire swag. The dudes at the bank got you throwing the stash. The soldier in the tank from
That's what that knife was made for, man. That's what that knife was made
Watch
for.
out. Yo, watch your back. Come on, watch out. Watch your back.
Take this, throw that in there. And then let's see this time. So I want to go essentially.
Watch your back.
Ooh, get a little spicy. Okay, so I want to outline it first. Essentially.
You're beautiful but unsatisfied since day one. You were getting teased and it scarred you when you were young. Now you're getting older and you've been on your grind. Your paper off the scale so you feel like it's time. So you got a nose job, that's the primary thing. People teased you as a kid and for some reason you hit. Always into high fashion, girl, you heavy like lead. Liposuction out your shell like a chicken and egg. Feeling confident but now you're becoming obsessed. First your nose, then your weight, now your butt and your breast. It's a vanity fair, cosmetic overdose. Feeling for a next operation like it was
It's like art
dope.
class,
Now you
I'm
feel
not.
the skin pill, your skin's no good. But if those around you were real, they'll tell you the truth. Just because you're spending thousands, that don't make it alright. Had one problem, now it's many going under the knife. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best.
And
Do
I
it
just got
like
this
the
other
rest,
part of the squash
Vanity
left.
Fair.
Yeah,
Come on.
That's pretty safe. What's the word for it? It's pretty smooth sailing, I want to say.
One or two things cool, girl. Do you want to be beautiful and look like you, or do you want to look like someone you saw in a magazine or video, but not in the raw? I like nice shaped bodies, bikinis Brazilian, but too much of anything just isn't appealing. Some people spend a lifetime, even a million. No grace like those unhappy when chilling. A girl with a big butt, big lips, small hips is what we all love to see, and men dream about this. There is nothing wrong with getting something broken fixed. Some women get a breast job because cancer resists. Some women want to please their man and insist. And a woman really loves you if she wants to do this. But abuse ain't the same as intention with care. So be careful of the drug called the Vanity Fair.
Here, come on.
Vanity Fair. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs.
Otherwise, it's been a pretty nice day. Going to the gym, getting all that stuff done. My lower back was freaking spasming earlier in the week. I don't know precisely why, but I'm guessing it might have had to do with a lift that I've been doing, maybe not the best form in the gym. Like your body holds you accountable, which is nice. And it's weird because it's like I went all day. I had one day in between. I had my rest day, and then the next day, right before I go to bed, I'm sitting in my chair, and I get up to go on my bed to go to bed, go to sleep, and then all of a sudden it just starts spazzing out. I'm like, dude, what the heck is going on? It's barely there now. It's pretty much gone away at this point. Like, it's not really there that much anymore, which is kind of nice. But shit, it hurt. That's why I just took, because normally I'll go Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I'll go to the gym. So I'll have leg day, essentially Monday, leg and core. So we'll do leg and core on Mondays, and then we'll go Wednesday, we'll go back and biceps. Friday, we'll go chest, shoulders, and triceps. And I usually go pretty much to failure each time with all the stuff. We'll go to failure each time with all of it. Just work it all out. We'll set that to the side. And then we'll start cutting the onions. One onion. Hopefully I don't cry too much. But that's why today it's like, it's like I didn't get to do back and biceps. I'm like, we're gonna just make it work. And I did back, biceps, and triceps, chest, and shoulders. Worked all of it today. Which I'm probably gonna feel a little bit more tomorrow and Sunday. Probably more Sunday than today. Come on, everybody. I don't think this thing wants to stay in there.
Everybody wanna be famous. Yeah. Everybody wanna be a superstar.
We got the gym pretty much going right now. And I'm also trying to work on looking at houses. We'll be starting my new job March 6th. Be an eligibility specialist with Blue Earth County. So helping people like financial assistance, making sure they're educated properly. See if they fit the requirements to get said assistance. I mean, it definitely won't be the easiest job by far. Like, it'll be like challenging, but also very fulfilling. And that's what I really need at this point. Plus, it'll really help me grow and keep getting better, which is nice. I think we all need that. Plus, I make significantly more amount of money with it. It'll be nice. I'm gonna grab it. I mean, money's not everything, but money's also a nice thing to not have to worry about either. Like where you have a nice salary, where I can go travel, do the stuff I want to do. I've already been looking at like my budget. And I'm fairly open about my finances. I might have to tell you my social security number. But I'm pretty open about like my finances. Like I'll be making $26 an hour, which ain't bad for starting out. And then I'll be having like $300 put away every check for my vacation fund. So I'll have like $3,600 that I can have a year just in vacation, which would be nice. So I can take one big one. I can go on a cruise or something if I really want to go on a cruise. Or I can take a bunch of like little vacations, like I can take like different like Airbnbs and go travel and do all that kind of stuff. I think I'm gonna start trying to plan my trips in advance so I can save as much money as possible. Plus then you could always like cancel the Airbnb if the time doesn't work, but you plan your vacations for the year so that way you just have the vacations offhand and you're pretty much good to go. Now this is going to be the point where I'm going to probably start crying. Just know it's the onion. Not anything that's really getting me upset right now. As of yet. Boy. I am not the best in the slightest with dicing an onion. I will never claim right now. I shouldn't say never, but I will not claim at this point that I am amazing at dicing. It's definitely something I need to work on. It's hard. And there'll be a lot of people like just critiquing and be like, wow, like you need to get better with this. And it's like, dude, it's hard. I'm gonna get better with it. But it's challenging. But then I also remind myself at the same time, it's like, and I'm like, if the stuff that I pursued was easy, everybody be doing it. They're not doing it for a reason. This doesn't have to be pretty in the slightest. It's all gonna get blended up to begin with, so we can kind of rough chop it instead of dice it, which is nice. It doesn't have to look pretty. Rough chopper. used to despise onions. Like, onions were gross for the longest time. I'm not, like, I never liked them when I was a kid. Never liked them. I thought they were disgusting. I thought they didn't belong in anything. Ugh, they were gross. And then, ironically, I have a panic attack at work, essentially. And then when I had that panic attack at work, my heart stopped. I was in the hospital for a little bit. My heart actually flatlined for like 20 seconds. And try to go fancy here, like my heart flatlined for 20 seconds, and one of the days I didn't really eat that much or anything either, and I'm like, dude, I'm freaking starving. So they get me a menu, and I get like an omelet with sausage, mushrooms, because I love mushrooms. You get that, and then I got potatoes on the side. Well, the potatoes had onions in them, or onions with it, I should say, not in them. And onions with them, and I just look at it, I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm like, I'm hungry, I haven't ate anything for like 12 hours plus. I'm like, I'm freaking starving. I'm like, I'm just gonna eat. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm just gonna eat. I'm fucking starving. I ate it. I'm like, you know, these don't taste too bad. And then after that, like, I actually started liking onions. And I'll eat them and other stuff too. Like, I don't like the big chunk of like slimy onions. Like, if you're thinking of, like, onion rings, and it's like you got the, and you could imagine easily like what I'm talking about. Like, when you got an onion ring and you take a bite into it, and you got like that whole slimy ass onion that like slides out of there. I'm like, dude, I'm like, that's disgusting. That was always just gross. My stepmom felt the same way though. My stepmom's never been an onion fan. Yet my family as a whole, mostly my dad, but my family definitely razzed me on not eating onions. My dad and my sister, for the most part, like, they definitely razzed me on never like liking onions or anything. They're like, wow. They're like, you just gotta broaden your horizons. You gotta try stuff. You're never gonna know flavor till you actually start eating like more different stuff and everything too. No, and it's like they all gave me boatloads of crap for never like trying anything as a kid, because I was not very open-minded in the slightest. Like, compared to what I am today, it's like everybody's like, wow. They're like, I could never imagine you like that. It's like, well, you never knew me like that though either. Where they would give me boatloads of crap, and now it's like I eat a way wider palate that they've ever like had. Like, I have such a bigger palate compared to them now. I forgot to garlic. To be honest, garlic is like one of the worst things I can ever buy, because when I buy garlic, I just let it sit and I don't even use it. Like, it's a very bad habit of mine that I need to stop. I need to make sure I actually use the garlic, right? I only need 3 cloves. I don't need that much. I only need 3 cloves. We'll go ahead and dice that up. Well, not really dice it, but cut it up. We'll take 3 cloves and we'll throw it in with the onion. Garlic's just such a pain in the butt, but at the same time, there's been a lot of like YouTubers that I watch, like a lot of cooking channels. Surprising, right? Cooking channels, cooking channel. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thought I would have watched cooking channels? Anyways, like the one guy. Oh, shit! No, I got garlic underneath the thing now. Shit. But one of the guys I watch, he sits there and talks about, oh my god, that came out perfectly. Wow. But he's talking about, he's like, yeah, he's like, you can't even put in the work to like chop garlic. He's like, you don't deserve to eat garlic. I'm like, dude. And I'm like, I feel that, but it's such a pain in the butt. Like, dude, garlic? Like, wow. It's like just, it's hard, man. It's a pain in the butt. It really is. They have a actual thing at Sam's Club here that you can buy a whole bag of ready, like, peeled and chopped garlic. Fascinating. It doesn't last that long in the slightest. Like, you'd have to use all that garlic immediately. I think it only lasts like 4 or 5 days. And you got like probably 100, almost 200 cloves in there. I'm like, dude, like, how you gonna use all that garlic? How you gonna use all that? Oh, nothing better than fresh garlic though. Nothing better. Seriously, like, it's a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is a pain. But it's so good. Oh. Slice it up. It's gonna get so fragrant in here too with the garlic. Got 3 cloves of garlic. I got the onions chopped up. It took me frickin' forever just to get that done. But you know, we're still here. We're still making it. That's what counts, right? Take it slow. I don't need to go fast. You go like, and the blood goes everywhere. And people are like, "Whoa, my God, he's dying! He's dying!" And I'll be like, "Nah." I'm chill. I'm fine. It's all good. Grab my Dutch oven. I want this, but first, grab my cooktop. It's in here, so we'll move this out of the way. Take the cooktop off. There we go. Plug this baby in. I'm gonna smell nothing. I'm gonna smell pretty much like onions the whole day. It's like the when you're working at a restaurant and essentially you're just the person that only cuts onions. You're gonna smell like onions the whole time, just cry. I'm like, dude, that sucks. Like, no thanks. Hard pass. Hard pass on that, man. So, instructions. This is also vegetarian, by the way. I think it's technically vegan, I want to say. But it was like the highest, one of the highest rated ones that I've ever seen, too. That's kind of nice. Chopped fresh sage. We'll just throw the sage in there. It's gonna get blended up anyway. Yeah, I'll just throw all the 4 cups in there. Large pot over medium heat. Add the onion, salt, pepper. So the garlic we don't want to throw in just yet, so I might want to squeeze the Apparently I thought I could put the garlic and onions together. Burn the garlic. We're gonna all be crying. Mostly me. If you won't even get to taste the food, you just get this be teased essentially by watching me eat it. Garlic scavenger hunt. Where's all the garlic? Where is it? There we go. Have I missed any? Does it look like I missed any garlic in there? Y'all gotta spot me. Spot me, see if there's any garlic left in there. No? Alright, let me go. Okay, so now I'll go ahead. Hey, what's up, Savage? How are you? How goes it today? Let me try to move this down because I want people to see exactly, see all of it. I don't want my camera to be in the way. I get sometimes, like, some people are like, wow, that beautiful face, like, keep that right there, but I want people to see this too. We got the onions finally chopped. It takes me a little while. And we got the butternut squash all ready to go. Like, okay, so now, let me grab, shut up, I don't care about the advertisements. Shut the advertisements off. I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that. Medium heat. So I gotta get 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 2 tablespoons. Got a lovely olive oil bottle. So we'll go ahead and do 2 tablespoons. Oh, come on. Oh. Don't worry, I don't have the heat on yet. I don't have the heat on. It's not gonna melt the thing. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Now, medium heat, I would say, would probably be right here. We'll turn that on. Let that heat up for a minute, for a few minutes. We'll heat that up. And then we'll get the onion, salt, and some peppers. 5 to 8 minutes. Add the squash. Cook that for 8 to 10 minutes. And then you add all the herbs and everything too. Oh, that's gonna be freaking delicious. I've made this soup only once, so this is technically almost like a first playthrough, if you will. It's been a hot while. You see, ooh. Let me poke a hole in the salt. There you go. You gotta have that nice Himalayan pink salt too. Oh, beautiful. We got that. We got some vegetable stock. Oh, mamma mia. So that's ready to go. We got vegetable broth. We'll be throwing that in there. I went for the low sodium just because I want to cut back on my sodium intake. Plus, now I get to add my own salt. Then I know what kind of salt's in there. Oh. Woo! We got this. I got the fresh herbs in the fridge where they belong. And I mean, that's really about it. And then it says you gotta let it cool slightly, pour the soup into a blender, work into batches, and then basically I have to, which will add a little broth at a time. But then you basically blend it all together. Oh, dude, it's gonna be phenomenal. I'm excited. Woo! Saute and become beautiful, nice, wispy onions. We'll throw the butternut squash in there, and then we'll throw the herbs and the garlic in there. Throw some ginger in there. I don't buy the fresh ginger because it doesn't make sense for me. I don't make like all these kind of dishes probably regularly, so I just buy the freeze-dried stuff. It's more expensive, but it's also a lot easier just for me because I don't make typically all these kind of dishes all the time, so I probably wouldn't use the ginger up all the time. But I'll probably get to the point where I'd actually use like more ginger, then I'd have actually like the fresh stuff, and it costs a lot less money. Plus, else probably tastes, I'd say, a little bit better. I mean, this is definitely still higher quality stuff. So it becomes, essentially it's freeze dried. So it becomes fresh right when you need it. Freeze dried right at like the peak of flavor. I hear the onions starting. I hear them. You're gonna see it though. Give it a nice stir. Go ahead and coat it in the oil. The nice, delicious, flavorful olive oil. Can't go wrong at all with that. Go ahead and sprinkle some salt in there. A little bit of salt. Don't need too much. And then we'll get some pepper. Crack some fresh pepper in there. Oh my lord. Where's my pepper at? Where did that go? Here it is. Go ahead and crack some fresh pepper in there too. Oh, yes. If you learn anything about seasoning, like I am, salt and pepper will get you so much further than not using it. Like you have to have always salt and pepper things. Always just salt and pepper. Just makes perfect sense. There's no reason not to salt and pepper things. Unless you have heart disease and you can't have that much salt, then just put the pepper in. Put a little bit of salt. You still gotta have a little bit of flavor. You can't deny that. Like, you still gotta have it. You gotta have a little bit. Not all the time, but a little bit. You know? Like my mom can't have that much salt because she's got heart stuff, but she still adds it from time to time. You gotta enjoy life a little bit, but you don't want to have it all the time. You don't want to like heavily drench everything in salt. That's just not viable even. Unless you had, like, there's some people that actually benefit from having more salt that I've learned. Like, the average person shouldn't consume more than 2,800 like milligrams of salt, which is not even really that much. But everything that we eat, like that's heavily like, if it's heavily like processed and everything, it has a lot of salt, essentially. But otherwise, there's some people that actually benefit from having like 5,000 or like high like levels of salt. Like they actually just perform better, and that's usually like more athletes. Like they perform better with that kind of stuff if they have a higher salt intake, because you're pretty much burning through all that salt to begin with. And I've noticed just for me, like when I'm like riding bike, like helping to retain water and stuff, like the salt's actually like somewhat beneficial for me. Like I probably have saltier stuff when I'm riding bike, just because my body's gonna be able to handle it a lot better. Where if I'm just sitting and being sedentary and being lazy, I'm probably not gonna consume a lot of salt. Like it just doesn't make sense. Health-wise. I'm just sitting around doing nothing. Otherwise, you get to watch these saute, and then we get to throw the butternut squash in there. Oh. It's so cool to be able to see like this kind of stuff on the screen too. And I'm glad that I had this. I'm glad that I have my setup the way I do. Like I'm always gonna improve it and get better at it. Like I'll get a nice like Rode mic that I can carry with me, so you can hear me like really clearly, which would be beneficial for me. But just so you guys can see like this kind of stuff, and my camera's not really fogging up that much either. My camera's doing a pretty dang good job. Like you can actually like see in there. Like it's getting a little smoggy, not like too bad. Like you can go like this if I really want to fan it away. But that looks pretty good. I'd say that's a pretty good shot that you can get of this stuff, which is awesome. It says 5 to 8 minutes that we could saute this for. I'm going to saute it on the longer side just because I want to release more of the natural sugars in the onion, which that'll get just from sauteing it longer. I don't want to caramelize them by any means. I don't want to do like that much. But definitely saute it and get the natural sugars out. Which that just takes a little bit of time. I actually have thyme as a seasoning to it. Okay, let me see. Let me take a quick peek and see if I got any. Oh, I do have time. We never run out of time here. Oh shit, that's funny. I had ground sage. I guess I could have used that instead of bought the fresh stuff, but we gotta have some fresh stuff once in a while. Have some fresh herbs. This is the big thing that I always try to make sure that I challenge myself to. Is on my days off, I'm going to cook a meal. Like I'm not going to have my meal prep stuff that I already have. It just doesn't make sense to have it every day of the week. You get burnt out on it. So I always told myself that on my days off, I am making food and I'll cook food. By all means, if there's something that I've made before that I've shared pictures with the people and people are like interested, they're like, wow, like I really want to see like how you make that. Like, can you like teach me step by step like how you actually make that kind of stuff? By all means, I will. And just feel free to give suggestions too. If there's something that you want to see made that I haven't made, like by all means, say that kind of stuff too. We're all gonna go on this cooking journey together. My nose is getting a little congested, so I can't smell it as much, but I can tell you that it's just so fragrant. We're definitely getting a little smoggy with the camera. Not too bad though, it's actually handling it pretty well. I don't have an exhaust fan though, unfortunately, on this side. If I put my actual camera over there, I wouldn't have a good spot so you guys could actually see exactly what I'm doing. So that's why I made this kitchen studio that I have. Essentially got like this nice butcher block on a nice kitchen buffet. And I don't have it screwed down yet, just because I might put it on a different top. Might put it on a different bottom. I haven't decided yet. But I mean, this does the job. And I didn't really even spend that much money on like the actual like little studio part. More of the camera, the laptop, my webcam I already had from streaming, my microphone I already had from streaming. So it's like I invested more in the laptop and the camera than I did on this stuff. Like this stuff was pretty cheap. Wasn't too bad in price at all, which is nice. Okay, how much more time we got? We got 2.5 minutes on these onions. And then we throw the butternut squashy in there. Which is really cool though too, what I really like is essentially like watching a time-lapse video of just seeing how food cooks. It's so satisfying to watch. Like just seeing the different processes with it and seeing how it goes, which is just amazing. But I definitely find the simple things like definitely amazing in life. Like I think that's for anything though, really. Like the simple things should always provide a lot of value to you. Oh god, it's gonna be delicious. My glasses are even smogging up a little bit if I go like this. They're like, no, you're gonna get hair in the food. You're gonna see my head. Yeah. This camera's like such beautiful detail too. I love it. It's so satisfying. It really is. It's satisfying for me to watch along with you all. Really satisfying. You just see me watching my own streams back. I'd mute the audio though. I don't really want to listen to myself too much. But I'd mute the audio and I just sit there and watch like the time lapse and stuff. Dude, it's cool. We got that about done, and then I get to throw in butternut squash, and we'll do that for, it says 8 to 10 minutes, so we'll do that probably on the 10-minute side, just because I want it to be a little bit more soft. These lovely little knobs of butternut. Let's distract y'all. You'll be like, I'm trying to watch all the other stuff. Like, what are you distracting me for, man? Be like, bro, look at that, though. Look at that, though. So now we're going to add this. And that in here. And 8 to 10 minutes. The butternuts. Give it a nice good old stir. And then we'll do 10 minutes like I said. Set a timer on my watch so that it'll vibrate and remind me. So we want to cook the garlic, the sage, and the rosemary. So we got garlic right here. We have to throw the sage and rosemary in there. We're taking care of that stuff. What you want? Which isn't really too much. Go ahead and take that. This is, we got the sage, fresh sage. There yet. And then we got the fresh rosemary right here. Go ahead and break that up. Oh, dude. This is exciting. I am freaking pumped to eat this. I gotta get better at like taking actual like camera shots of this stuff though. So then that way when I post it, it looks a lot better. That's something I'm gonna try to work on. Well, let's just find somebody that's like really good at like taking like shots, and they can help me and they can practice with that kind of stuff, so I can just get better at it. I guess there's also stuff online that you can just look at and it'll probably help you. We'll get it all figured out. That's some stuff that I actually want to work on. Oh my gosh. Dude. It's gonna be nom nom. Very nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Mauser, what do you do for work if you don't mind me asking? Dude, this is gonna be phenomenal. I didn't chop the sage, but I don't really want to chop it. I don't want to get the knife out again. I'm just gonna tear it, and it'll work just fine. You're a machinist? Okay. What do you make there? Like, what do you do with the machine? You make cars? I say it like you work in like Detroit, like before all the shit happened. Oh. You work for a private company? Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't have to disclose the company if you don't want to. I don't want to pressure you. That's fine. How long have you been doing that? If you don't mind me asking. Okay, so we got all that. Stir that. You make molds for other machines that make ice cream, lids, and containers. 13 years? Dang. I like ice cream. I also like ice cream containers. Well, you're talking about like when you're talking about like ice cream containers, are you talking about like the mass like produced ones that we have like in the store, like those kind that people have for that? I mean, you're doing it for 13 years. I would say you definitely have some part of it that you enjoy doing. That's quite a while. Oh, sorry, by private I mean no outside work other than for this company. Oh, that's fine. That's the thing with communication though, right? It's like you could say one thing and it comes out a different way than we even like think it would. That's why clarification is always key, and I'm glad that you took the time to clarify that. It means a lot. Not a lot of people, I think, will actually take the time to clarify that kind of stuff, so I think it's always important to do that. Otherwise, for me, I've worked at McDonald's. McDonald's is my first job. Got up to like a second assistant manager with that. And then I went back to school for law enforcement and decided that wasn't really exactly what I wanted to do. I worked for a catering company at a time in a jail. Did that. I worked at Girard Academy, which is essentially a residential treatment facility with ages from 9 to 18 with a wide variety of like mental health issues. And then I worked at Quick Trip, which is essentially a big chain gas station. And now I'll be working at the county here, being an eligibility specialist, helping people with like financial assistance and everything too. It's a different journey. Like you gotta take a different journey, for me at least. I wanna do something different every like 3 to 4 years. It doesn't have to be drastically different, but I'm definitely somebody that couldn't do the same thing every day the rest of my life. That's not who I am. But there's other people that are like that like doing the same stuff every day. And by all means, to each their own, you know. But that's, I know for me, I can't do the same stuff every day. That's just not who I am. You know, a lot of major brands. Good old Ben and Jerry's, Little Debbie, Blue Bunny. I'm sure a lot of people are fascinated like how that stuff actually like works, like making like the molds and stuff too. I can see that being on the show how it's made. But a lot of people would be curious just to see like how that stuff is done. How much time we got left on this? 3 minutes? 3 minutes, and then I get to add the herbs, and then I get to add the vegetable stock, and then we take the burner away. And I put the blender up here, and then we slowly blend it all together. Then I'll throw it back in here for presentation. And that'll probably be the whole stream that'll be done at that point. Probably won't be like too much.
An impossible fact, man's fooled like a mime act. Invisible walls, yeah, I can climb that. Ripping the rules up, we done with them. Switch the fuel to a little something different. Mix a listen, then wait for it to explode.
I can put the Dutch oven on here.
The next episode, let you catch up. Rewind back. I'm pushing.
Which is this? I don't think I really need my phone too much anymore. I could probably plug it in, to be honest. I don't really need it.
I'm stacking up the plan.
All the other stuff is fairly self-explanatory.
You had me caged down. While all I'm trying to do is just break out. Reach the roof for a gasp of air.
We'll wait till we're fully done.
Hit the smash without giving
Just
a
about
care.
there.
Keep it abstract, cause I ain't living like a square. In the box, but
Bring to a boil, cover, and reduce heat to a simmer. Okay.
a lot of box, but it's bound to fit. Cause we gon' make room when we shout big. Cause we gon' make room.
How did it time you? Why did it time you out? What did you do? I don't think it's ever like actually like time somebody else. You trying to get like on the naughty list of like my moderators on here, like Forms Chat or what? Like he. Oh my god! You just came in here. It's not like you were in here all day. And it did. Oh my god! What'd you even say? My auto mod's gonna make you homicide. I don't even know what you said. What did you say? Mauser saying I should be. I mean, I can take it off. Like, I can, like, limit it so it doesn't do it, like, so much. I have the serve bot on there so then it doesn't. Like, I can't get hate raids. Like, the hate raid would come in and they get booted out. I think Josh was talking about that one thing. The first time I meet you in person, I immediately just get murdered. Because you're like, your fucking bot sucks! It's like screaming at me. And I'm like, dang, like...
Now you wanna know my name, what I'm about. Thought I came from a rave, it started getting loud.
Is that the way we're gonna talk in like every chat that I see you in now? We're gonna talk about all caps? So bad, eh? It would be cold and probably moldy by the time it get to you. I'm not a person that ships the food typically though. I'd rather make it for the person while I'm there so you get it fresh. I believe in that more than the other way. Oh my god, now we're adding the herbs in there. Oh. The fresh garlic, sage, rosemary. Dude. You gonna do that for 30 seconds? No, not that. Goddamn phone! So we got that. Till fragrant, that add 3 cups of broth. Do I just puree it at the end? Yeah, you just puree it. That's it. So it's nice and smooth. Yeah, you have all the flavor, no chunks or anything either. Unless my blender just sucks and I might have a little bit of chunkage, but that's why I need to invest in a nice Vitamix. Oh my god, that smell though. Oh, I forgot to add the ginger. I forgot to add You gotta have that in there. What the hell? Somebody's gonna be like, what the hell? This tastes funky. I'm like, oh shit. I forgot some of the ingredients. Whoopsie. We got a little bit more. There we go. That's fine. Oh. Go ahead and throw that in there. And then I want 3 cups of broth, which I'm not even gonna measure because we're gonna add it all in there anyways. Add that in there. Do that. I have to put the lid on there so you don't get to watch anymore, which is kind of sad. For like 20 minutes. Bring it to a simmer just till the butternut squash is ready to go. It's actually cooked. Take that. Move this aside. And let's see here. Bring to a boil. So heat that shit up. Turn it to freaking 11 and just let her. Let her go. Then, like many people, I tell them to put a lid on. Gotta put the lid on there. As soon as it gets to a boil, put the lid on. I should probably start sweeping up my mess. So you got onions and a little bit of, I think mostly onion all over my floor. I want to cry. Get the onions swept out. I'll wait for that to boil. Clean up my mess. Are you working today, Lickies?
He's moving over to the relevant lane and take the fast track back into the start of the game and change the play. Now living with this past.
I don't think you take many days off.
Shoulder thinking us in this change. He's hesitating for a second at most. Another champagne way to raise the glass for the toast. VIP with his a variation in production, manufacturing facts. Rolling richer than the rest of us. Tip the balance for the best of us. Getting busy on that
Frickin' broom works like a dream.
club, baby. Living the Toria.
That all the way.
Other opposition left for dust. But he's running out of friends to trust. That's why he's careful overtaking us. Cause in the fast lane, they live in notorious. He's pushing up his feet, call it gratuity. All while the neighborhood was
Boiling
praying
it?
for some
Oh, we're just
remedy.
about boiled.
Fools thinking it's an elegant plan. I understand that
Come
they're
on, baby.
standing up under this man. He's the boss of the ghetto, the king of the hill. All the fame and the glamour, and his rides be ill. Mama, eyes honey, and his hands on stacks. But when they roll up to his limo, they're sending his taxes back. Rolling richer than the rest of us. Tip the balance for the best of us. Getting busy on that upper crust. In the club, they be
Boiling pretty good yet? Oh, just about. I want like that rapid boil. I want to just go.
But he's running out of friends to trust. That's why he's careful overtaking us. Cause in the fast lane, they live in notorious. Seeds of vanity to final fantasy. He's only ever been the master of monopoly. Rules like a rebel and gives a stack back. But lies like a villain and tries to backtrack. Killing time to formulate a better design. He denies all knowledge of his previous lies. Takes a ride through the city giving suitable bribes. And retires to a villa that his brother designed. He gon' be trading places and maybe even faces. Can't change his current status to a permanent hiatus. Begs for the devil to buy his soul back. But karma's a killer, but that's a cold fact.
You know where I want it?
Rolling richer than the rest of us.
Come on,
Tips the
baby.
balance for the best of us. Getting busy on that upper crust. In the club, they
What am I cooking it in? Cooking it in vegetable broth.
other opposition.
So technically it's vegetarian. I mean, you can have chicken broth if you want. But I looked up a bunch of different recipes, and this was the highest rated one. Plus I got lower sodium in it, so then I can just add the salt that I want myself, so it's not like just completely... You have a little bit more control over that kind of stuff compared to just being heavily salted. Got some vegetable broth in there. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's what I'm wanting. Look at that. It'd be even better yet if I had a immersion blender where I could literally just go like this. I wouldn't do it in this because I would just scratch the living hell out of the rest of the... Am I following a recipe or just know it? I'm following a recipe this time because I haven't made it too many times. I've only made it once before. And I actually steamed the butternut squash the last time I made it in my Instant Pot. I did it that way. So I'm following a recipe for this time just to try it out, and then I could always tweak it to like my liking and take suggestions on it by other people and make it better. If it's not like at the best zone either, take feedback with it. Otherwise I'm following a recipe for it. Throw some nice like sour cream on top, or some nice kind of like creamy or Greek yogurt's really good on top too. There we go, I'd say that's good. Let's go ahead and throw a lid on there. Throw a lid on there, reduce it to there, and it says for, so we'll do 25 minutes. Too bad they don't make... They probably make a Pyrex Dutch oven. That would be cool. That would be like essentially what I would need to get. It's like a Pyrex one, so it's all glass. So then you can see the whole cooking process. It's not like I put the lid on like I do now and then you can't see it. I should get a Pyrex Dutch oven. I think they have them. Let me... This is a cast iron Dutch oven. This is cast iron. But they make a Pyrex one, I'm pretty sure, which is all glass and it's see-through. So then you get to be, you'd actually get to see through it, which is really cool. I think they make Pyrex one. Yeah, they actually make Pyrex ones. They have one on Amazon, a 5-liter one. For $122.79. I don't know if I'm paying that much. They got a 3.5-liter Dutch oven for $71. It don't look like it comes with a lid. Is there a lid on there? It looks like no lid on there. Oh, there is a lid. There we go. That looks like a lid. Needs the Pyrex one, so then people can actually see all this stuff. Glass lids sold separately. What the hell? Rig. I gotta pay $71 for a Dutch oven, and you're telling me it don't even come with the lid? It's made in France. That's cool. Where's the lid? I'm gonna go pick up a grill today. You mentioned it and I need it. Dude, a grill is amazing. Very worthwhile investment. What kind of grill are you getting? You getting like a charcoal one? You getting gas? Oh. Grills are a phenomenal investment. I have multiple of them. I have a gas grill that I got from my dad. Charcoal grill that he gave me. My dad likes to go on all those auction sites and buy a bunch of different stuff. And I got a little portable charcoal grill that I could bring with me anywhere. Yeah, like this. I mean, it's a pretty cute little grill. I can literally just throw it in my bike trailer, go for a bike ride with somebody, and then we can sit there and grill out and have a nice date. Fuck yeah. We got that. And I also have a portable Blackstone grill. I throw that in my bike trailer too. Have that portable Blackstone grill. And I could throw that in. Which that's not too heavy. But oh, dude, grilling is a whole different ball game. You thinking about those steaks now, or what? Like those delicious, like perfectly seared steak, and then you throw it on the other side, cook it low and slow. Then I throw a meat thermometer in there, so I know exactly what temperature it's gonna be. And pull it out because it will raise like I think 10 or 5 degrees, typically, just depending on the steak. It'll raise 10 to 5 degrees just while resting. So you want to pull it a little bit before, like say, I'm trying to think of what the medium, like rare temperature is offhand. I don't think I remember it offhand, but I have a magnet sticker on my grill and it reminds me of all that kind of stuff. But you want to pull it like at 10 degrees before it gets there, because when it rests, it's going to go up. Otherwise, you could like cook it to medium rare, you pull it off, let it rest, and then it'll go to like medium well done. It's like, what happened to my steak? And you're like, no! And you get pissed off, and it's like, what the hell? It's like, I didn't order chicken.
Nah, I'm not new in this biz. I shine bright in the dark like luminescence. You're not a failure at all if the shoe doesn't fit. It means the picture was bigger than
I got my lovely guitar that I've had forever. Slowly learning how to play this baby. Slowly. I should show you my Blackstone grill though. I really don't want to take it out of the case though. Kind of a pain in the ass to get back in there. Is it time to eat yet? No. You got 19 minutes. But it's in this nice case and everything too. Got a nice cast iron top to it and everything. I just need to season it. I can throw this in my bike trailer.
was a drop kid. It's all about hip hop, you know, cause we made pop lots more popular.
I could always have, like, throw down the bike and have stir fry, like, wherever I go, like, make fresh stir fry right by the lake. Dude, that'd be awesome. Should we take a peek at it? You want to take a peek? There's your peek. I'm gonna get water all over my cooktop. You can't rush flavor though. You gotta let it take its course. And I think that's a big thing for some people where they're like they don't have the patience for cooking. And those are the people that probably just won't really cook. You have to develop some sort of patience. But it takes time to actually build like the flavor into there. This way, cooking it more lower and slower, you're gonna get a lot more flavor. This way. But it just depends on what you're looking for in a dish. So that's the biggest thing. You got the patience, the time, and working on other stuff all day, by all means do it this way. If you don't, use an Instant Pot. Then throw it in a nice bowl that's immersion blender safe. Blend it all together. Buy an immersion blender. Make it a heck of a lot easier to make this kind of soup. I think about the same time where I don't want to necessarily spend money on that kind of stuff because I don't know how much I use it. You always got to justify the cost. Buying stuff. You can actually spend money on stuff. You want to make sure you justify the cost. So we'll set this here. That's going to be on this. Move the cooktop when it's done. We're there. I'm going to grab my blender. What's up, Dynablocks? How's it look? You want to see it? It's so freaking steamy in here. You can't really see it too much because it's just a little steamy. You'll see when it's done. It's not done yet. It takes a little bit of time. Welcome back, though. How you doing? Otherwise, once we get done with that, then we'll throw the blender, puree it. That's all there is really to it. After that, you pretty much get to eat. It's very much a nice, smooth soup. What's your house number? I'm eating. I don't share that publicly. What's my house number? You gotta work a little bit more. You want my house number? I'm gonna be having a big get together with my work family. I told them like, well, I want to make wings, and I'm like, I'm gonna make one of my cooking guys that I watch. He makes the Buffalo Wild Wings, but better. He makes them all from scratch. So he made the Asian Zing wings, the mango habanero ones, and the garlic parmesan. He made them all from scratch. So that's what I'm going to be making. I'm going to be making bone-in and boneless wings for, it'll be like March 11th or 12th. I'll definitely be sharing pictures of it. I might even like pop on the stream equipment. It's like, you know, it's like I could put that on and everybody else could watch like us making that stuff too. I can throw it on. If I do pop that on there though, like you'll see Kalo. Because Kalo will be over. Him and I know each other IRL. I didn't know if you knew that or not. You'll see Kalo on there. He'll probably try to hop on the camera though. He's like, I don't know if I want to be on the camera. Kalo will be over that day. You watched a pretty good movie? What was the movie? Was it in theaters? I haven't been to the movie theater in quite a while. I should probably actually go and see a movie sometime. Yeah, nice thing to do. I think the last movie that I actually seen in the movie theater was the newest Doctor Strange movie, essentially. That was the last movie I actually went to the movie theater to see. I fall asleep so easily during movies, it's not even funny. People are like, how the heck did you fall asleep during a movie? A zombie apocalypse, everyone died except for the child. She is now a soldier who tries to find a cure to turn zombies back into humans. Holy shit, that's deep. Holy shit. Was that a new movie that just came out, or was that an older movie that you just seen and you're like, wow, I really want to see that, like maybe on like Netflix or something? Is that something that's in the theaters right now? Very family friendly? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it's perfectly family friendly. I'm sure you can take the whole family. A little old? So it wasn't in the theaters, I take it? Was it on Netflix, or how'd you find it? I mean, that sounds like a very, like, fascinating, deep kind of movie, like, premise. Like, holy shit. Talk about, like, the ultimate, like, survivor's guilt. You found it on Netflix? That was my first guess, that it was on Netflix. But, dude, she's got to have, like, the most, like, ultimate, like, survivor's guilt in a way. Like, she's just the only person there. Everybody else dies. That'd be terrible. Oh, no, wait. The mother survived, but she lost her head. Oh, shit. So she essentially was alive to begin with, and then she dies? Or they still have her alive, like they have her head in like the ice in those things like Futurama, like they have like the presidents? Is that essentially what it looks like? It almost looks like I'm kind of hotboxing a little bit with the smoke coming through. I can assure you it's all coming from this, though. I don't touch the other stuff. Yet. I don't need to. I'm goofy enough. Holy shit. She had a squad, but everybody died in a sad way. So it's essentially, when you're saying it like that, it reminds me of Halo Reach, almost. Like they have the squad in there, and then everybody slowly dies. I put the barrier. No water. So she was a child to begin with? Or it's like talking about like the story where everybody died and then she became a soldier later on. Like that? That's rough. That almost reminds me of that movie where they go in the future to prevent like the apocalypse or something, and it's with Chris Pratt. Wait, I'm Dutch? I mean, I think I actually have like Danish. I definitely have Danish in my blood. This is a Dutch oven. I wonder, just because it's called a Dutch oven, I wonder if it actually like originated in like Denmark. Kind of curious about that now. I gotta look that up. If they actually originated in Denmark. Like this is the way they cooked food all the time back then. This is what they had. It was a nice cast iron. It probably wasn't like this with a nice enamel on there. The cast iron. Kalo, what's up, buddy? I was talking about you. I don't think Lickies was listening. I think she probably went to go get the grill at this point. But I watched that movie and they recommended me SpongeBob, See Its Family. I don't know if that's the way it works, but I told Lickies, I'm like, dude, when we make those wings that day, I'm like, maybe I'll have to pop on the streaming equipment. And I told her, I'm like, she could see Kalo. And then you'd be like, I don't want to be on camera. And then you're just like running away. I don't think Licky's heard me. I think she's actually like either at the store or she's at work right now. I don't think she heard me. I don't know though. Oh god. I got my elf apron on. I actually told this down. Oh, I can. Got my elf apron on. I didn't realize I could tilt it down like this. Wow. That's probably better. Recommended you SpongeBob. I still can't believe that. After you watch like that, it's not. I would say it's a little bit more on the intense kind of side. But you watch that kind of movie, and they recommend you SpongeBob of all movies. Like wow. That's funny. It says eating and drinking. What am I drinking? I'm not drinking anything right now, but that's the category that cooking, like the cooking shows are basically under. Like the cooking streams are under the eating and drinking. I'm not drinking anything right now, but I could be drinking. I could go get some hard Mountain Dews. I don't have any on me right now, but I could get some liquor. You want to see me drunk? Or see me tipsy? I mean, I'll drink. I don't care. Have like a glass of wine or something and just get freaking blasted off my ass. And then everybody is just watching me cook. They're like, holy shit, like this guy's fucking tank. Like, should he be messing with fire right now? They're like, what the hell? Like, we're gonna get injured watching this guy. Like, I shouldn't be watching this kind of stuff. Like, holy god. How much time we got left? We got about 5 minutes. 5 minutes and I get to blend it up. 5 minutes, let's go. 5 minutes. That's all we got. I'm not gonna be doing that with my arms tomorrow. My arms are just gonna be like, just stay at their sides. I won't even be able to move them at all. But I can drink. Maybe I should have that be a point redemption kind of thing, or we could do that and have, like, you have me drink like a glass of wine or something, and I'd probably just get blasted off my ass. Like, it does not take much alcohol for me to feel tipsy. It does not. That's the perks of being a lightweight. And that's also perks of just not drinking that much. That, or I can take like a shot, or not a shot. I could down like a G Fuel or something. I'm just like all over the place. I had a G Fuel today, and I think just from drinking it like more regularly now, I don't feel like so hyper from it. I feel like that's one of the few energy drinks that's actually like just calm me down instead of make me like excessively hyper. I've not really got the hyper vibe from it. Like I get energized at the gym, which is nice, but then I get the pump better, and I can also just work out a lot more and stuff. So then you get these nice arms. So like that action, really good.
Making love to the beat, verbal intercourse.
Slowly getting there.
This one is another loss for the lanes.
Tricep like this.
And the has-beens.
Freaking looks like horseshoes.
Cause I'm the captain.
Yikes.
of the love
Jeepers
boat.
creepers.
Y'all don't come close. Hoes give me head in the whip because they gung-ho. Y'all running late. I got my bars cause the flow's out of space. I'm busting in the face.
3 minutes. Now you can blend it up
Women calling me
and enjoy it.
trying to scare me. A paranoid freak.
That's all.
12 freaks. Mama, you
Hello.
fine. You remind me of my cheek. I'm on the go.
Kilo, you gotta work today? Or is it that day off? I can't even remember honestly. Well, yeah, I guess this would be. Because this would be my weekend off typically, so it'd be your weekend on. So you'd have either today off or yesterday off. Now it's not even gonna matter. I'm not even gonna remember honestly which ones are your weekends off and which ones aren't. Because it's like I'm gonna have every weekend off. So it's like, dang. I'm like, I'm gonna forget. I like that. I completely forgot that I could do it like this. You can literally just see. If you just get tired of seeing my face, you can look at Will Ferrell instead. I can't believe I didn't think of that. That you can actually like tilt the actual webcam itself. It took me till today to realize. So then people can see me better compared to going like this. And it's like, and then you can actually see the apron that I have. So it's not like I'm just wearing it for show and people are like, what? Kind of see what he's got on there? Can't see it fully. What the heck's he got on there? Like, oh, he's got an apron on. Ooh, we got about a minute. Minute to win it. I could go essentially switch the webcam to this, and then you can actually see my setup almost. You can almost see my setup. It's not a high quality webcam to begin with, but you can see. That's what my setup essentially kind of looks like. I got the cameras up there. Pretty interesting. The webcam is not high quality. It's built into the laptop. That's essentially what my setup is. I got like the cool signs back there and everything. That one is tilted for some reason. I keep forgetting to tilt it back. This is our kitchen. If I had to stir it, it's homemade. I have some other ones. I'll switch it back. Let me grab a fork and see if it's easily pierceable. Probably like fall through the fork. Holy shit, that's hot. Listen here, kids. Just remember that metal gets hot after heating it up. Who would have thunk it? Oh, God, mashed potatoes. Look at that. Freaking slides right off.
I'm happy that I made it. All the broads around me. All
now,
sedated. By the swag, cause I'm bad. I spit the truth. I ain't got
oven
brag. I put it on my mama. I'm shooting out.
Go ahead, take this off.
So I don't forget the past. I know that it's
Take this off first. I'll bring it back. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's coming back. Don't cry. Don't get mad. Be like, where'd the food go? What the heck? This is not cooking stream anymore. You got no food on. Freaking lying. Or I'm going to bed. guy said he's doing a cooking stream. Shake my head. I see no food on there. One day while you're streaming, I'm gonna randomly show up at my house? Like you're gonna come over to my house while I'm cooking? Actually? Would that be badass? I'd let you in and everything. I'd be like, yo, player 2 has joined the game. I'd allow it. I'd allow any of my friends to do that though. Honestly, like you can come over anytime and join. I don't care. The more the merrier. You got lickies when she meets me in person. She just surprise me with lickies, like she comes with.
You know, everything I do for you.
She starts beating the living crap out of me. The thing is, I don't show my face on cam on streams ever, so we'll see how it goes.
Big effect.
Yeah, you come in with like a mask or something. Come in with a mask on. You got like a Bill Clinton like Halloween mask on. No, it actually timed you out. You're gonna have to show me how to like actually like reduce the auto mod features because I don't want it to like just actually piss people off. Should I just shut it off on here? Is that on? Is that on here? Like, how do I? Boy, you and auto mod are gonna fight here. Here.
I'm the cream of the crop. You calling for the law while I'm beating your box, girl. Watch.
Try it now. See if you can mess with it. I did it just as a trial run. I see if it actually went through. See if you can actually do it now. You don't have to keep it if you don't want to.
I know I turn you on every time you hear me talk. What we got is chemistry, baby, not class. Tell me what's your fantasy, I'ma make it happen. I'm feeling your energy,
little
cause you
moderator.
got sass. Break it down for me, girl, ain't this on the jam? Let me see you work, hands on you while you twerk. Bust it all open, till you feel the hurt.
Oh, Wicky's bag, man.
And you lost friends when I got it in, but it all works.
Why does he get to do it? Here. Now you two can really fight. Now you two can really fight it out. I don't care. Duke it out.
Baby, it's me and you and me. Look how we've come this far. Look how you doing me, I'm doing you. I can't believe you are. Ecstasy, girl, think about you. You are part of me.
Oh shit.
You are part of me.
So let me know if this is too loud. I don't think it'll be
And them legs follow
too
through.
loud.
I just had to make you mine. Good, I love it when we vibing. Yeah, when I eat you alive. When them legs wide open.
I was saying you weren't here, Lickies, at this point. I don't think you were here when I was talking about it. And I'm like, I'm gonna see Kalo show up, and I look out, and there's gonna be you out there, and then you're gonna just start like fighting me or something in midstream when I'm just trying to cook. want pizza first? Oh, pizza's fantastic.
Real love comes around one time. You only get one chance, baby. For a real man, ain't life crazy? This is 50 Shades of Grey. When I show you love, don't push me away. Put your hands
Pizza's got like significantly better since I made the ones with Kalo. I feel like the ones with Kalo were not like my strongest like kind of pizza, but I've vastly improved with them. Oh my god, they're significantly better. They look a lot better now, but I feel like there's a lot more dough in it. Like you want to have a nice thin crust. The ones I make now are the ones I'm talking about, but before they were definitely not the prettiest. But they look so much better now. And I'd actually get my charcoal pizza oven out so that I could throw it in like a wood fire oven essentially. Yeah, pizza is pizza, but oh, dude, they're significantly better. It takes time to like be able to like make good pizzas. It takes time. So I'm not like trying to be like too hard on myself for that stuff either, but it takes time to like actually like get the skills down to make like a good pizza. Oh, dude, they are phenomenal now. I could have the moderators essentially just be a meme in my streams. There's some people that actually have like pretty much almost everybody in their chat be a moderator. You pretty much nominate who you want to bully you.
She smiles bright, those little dimples in her cheek. She cat, she's so perfect. How am I so blessed with her? When I talk, I see her hanging on like every word. I kiss her goodbye to ride out. Gas tank full, convertible top back. Yeah, stay cool. Homie hit myself, made me laugh. Wait, dude, I don't want to go see a matinee with you. Bills all paid, debt free now. About to get a puppy from the vet that we found. Surprise like I'm at home, like look who it is, babe. My lord, what a beautiful day.
Here's what it looks like so far. So am I gonna have a set schedule here so I can show it more often? I'm trying to work on it. Now that this is what the soup looks like, Lickies. I'll send you the recipe. You, like I told you before, you ask, you shall receive. But I'll have a more set schedule now that I'll have basically working Monday through Friday and having every weekend off. So I'll probably stream on the weekends, to be honest, and just do one day a week. We both live in the same town. Kayla was the one that got me into like forum stuff. Yeah, I'm not that far away from him. I worked with Kayla for like 3 years, almost 4 years. Well, no, 3 years. That's not true. But now that I'll have weekends off, every weekend off, I'll essentially have a stream probably on Saturdays or Sundays. I'll decide which day I want to have it. But I'm only going to do one a week just because they'll be more planned out. Yeah, poor guy had to work with you. Not a poor guy. I like working with you. Everybody works differently, you know, but without getting to know you, I wouldn't be here. Don't be too hard on yourself. Oh my god, look at that. Should we do a reveal again? Yeah. You don't deserve that kind of horror working with Kayla. Oh my god. I actually didn't mind working with him. When y'all just joke and here's just me being like unconditionally kind and you're like, just shut up, we're trying to joke here and you're just being too kind. Without him, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing any of this kind of stuff because I wouldn't have had a computer. He basically built my computer for me. I did a little bit of work, but I didn't do too much. But without him, I wouldn't have been here. Wouldn't have been able to do any of this stuff. Especially, like, he even helped me, like, find a laptop for this stuff. Which is nice. It's even better, yeah? I'm probably gonna mute my mic just for a bit.
Hey, I don't really need to take what the world hands me in a plate. Feel me? I grind for mine. When it's time to shine, I'm Mr. Solar Eclipse. Whoa, whoa, go. On your road, eyes closed, don't wait. Let it take you away. Today is the day, don't hesitate. Just gotta make that move. Move to wherever you gotta go to gain that strength. At length, I give that truth to you. And whoever gon' need it, just believe it and you shall receive it, you heard? You gotta take it out that moment. Let it take you away. You gotta make it last that moment. Let it take you away. You gotta take it out that moment. Let it take you away. You gotta make it last that moment. Let it take you away.
The moment's yours, go ahead and open the door. The time is now. We gon' paint the town red and gold. Feels so incredible, head to toe. Thought that I should let you know, yeah. I'm screaming from the rooftops. Old shoes, but I got a pair of new socks. Moonwalk across, yeah, I'm too hot. Made it all the way to the
But do you really like to, like, actually yell at people? Or do you just care loudly? I'm pretty sure, like, that's how I am. Like, people think I'm yelling, but I'm actually just caring loudly. I'm not yelling. I rarely actually, like, genuinely yell. I just care loudly. Yell and smack the shit. Dude, look at that. Take that out of there. Look at that. You gotta throw the little parsley on top and make it look fancy and nice and pretty. That's butternut squash soup. Makes up for her height. She's short? Is she? What is she, like 5'4"? Are you 5'4", Lickies? Am I like a whole foot taller than you? Cause I'm 6'4"? I gotta look down. Oh god, I gotta hurt my neck looking down just to see you? Who's taller though, Lickies? You or Josh? Who's taller? You or Josh? I'm pretty sure I know what you're gonna say. Oh my god. You know, when I see OMG, I just think of like the most like basic person saying, be like, oh my god, like, stop it, like you're hurting my feelings. Oh my god, just stop, just stop. Oh my god, you just stop making. You had to sit down to hug her. Oh my god. There's nothing wrong with being short though too. There's nothing wrong with it. Short people are just fun size. There's nothing inherently wrong with them. Just a Neanderthal. Oh my god. I at least have to crouch, otherwise I'd hug her head. Oh my god. You kids. You should try the soup roll. No, I gotta sit in front of me the whole thing. Try it. It hits different. They do be hitting different. They usually say you drop the mic But I'm dropping the spoon. Should I just start scooping up the soup and just watch the chat? Get my entertainment, I'll just watching you guys. Lickies, you never answered me though. Who's taller, you or Josh? Who's taller? That way, if you're taller than him, I gotta practice like ducking a little bit more, so that way when I give Josh a hug. You or Josh? Like, pronounce Josh? Like, who's taller, you or Josh? When Mauser isn't playing fair, he's as tall as a house? How tall is Mauser? This stuff hits the spot. It's the perfect savoriness. Josh is taller? Josh isn't even tall. You're only 6'1"? Does that mean I'm the tallest person here? I am then, because I'm taller than Kalo. I'm 6'4". It's even more funny because it's like when I was like just speaking with people for the first time and they haven't seen like what I look like or anything. The second I say I'm 6'4", they're like, oh, wow. Like they're like the little aliens from Toy Story. Like they're like the claw. Like they're looking at me like, wow, he's that tall. I'm like, I mean, height's height. I think so many people idolize and like just, what's the word for it? So many people, I don't want to say patronize because I feel like that's not the right word I'm supposed to be using. But a lot of people just see somebody tall and they're like, wow, I really wish I was tall. And tallness is just so heightened in today's society. Height's not even like a big all like thing really either. It's not. Like I honestly, as a tall person, I'd probably rather be shorter. And people are like, no, you don't want to be shorter, you'll get made fun of. I'm like, if I was shorter, I could actually like have like the nice like sweatshirts, shirts, all that kind of stuff they post on social media that look nice. That stuff never fits me because I'm tall. It'll all be a freaking crop top on me, which don't get me wrong, I can probably pull off, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to wear a crop top all the time. Josh is barely taller. Trust me, I heard about it over and over again during FormCon. Licky's is shorter than she looks in pictures. I'm actually tall for a girl, so... And then you just went like... Say, my sisters are tall. Like my twin sisters that I have. My twin sisters that I have, I think they're like 5'8", 5'9". Maybe 5'10". They're tall. My sister, my other sister though, she's not. Well, see, this is the funny thing. I like watching that kind of stuff. This is why I give the sword away. It's fun watching this kind of stuff. It's very entertaining. But my one sister, she's like 5'4", probably. So I keep joking around that I always stole like her height. Like she's 5'4". And my mom's like 5'5". My mom's like an inch taller than my actual sister, which she bragged about. But it's like, here I am just 6'4". I'm like, I'm just chilling. I'm like, I honestly forget that I'm tall for the most part until I hit my head on something. I'm like, son of a bitch, I'm tall. Suck. You're 5'6". I mean, that's like the perfect height. I wouldn't say that's really that short. Not really that short. Average height is 5'4". You ain't tall. Halo loves me. Don't get him on your side. Just made her day, Kalo.
No science fiction, sipping on Saluco, studio living, F-rap, I see the bigger vision, why trying to get a small when you see there's bigger fish in, wherever, man, we can talk the talk, it's whatever, we talk money with me, cause except for the air that we breathe in,
it's like really savory and creamy at the same time. Oh, we're showing each other that we're number one in the chat. We're going like this. Oh, yeah, you're number one.
I'm doing it really, really.
I'm gonna be like cooking and commentating, and then all of you will just be fighting in the chat, and then new people will be like, "What the heck is going on here?" I love it. Keep it up. Speaking of that, you know, now that you have your firearm on there, like a little firearm emote, I need to renew my permit to carry. It expires in September this year. I need to renew it. I don't really carry my Glock with me, but I want to make sure I have it. She's gonna kick my ass when I get home. That's big facts. Nice. Where's your soup? I told you I make it in person. I'm not gonna send you past the date not so fresh soup. I want to make it fresh, and then you get to have it. Like, my bowl's empty. I could probably have another bowl, but I don't know if I'm gonna have one right now. But could easily have another one. This is why I was trying to get the bandwagon going with the traveling stuff, because now you're seeing some of the skills that I have when it comes to the kitchen and making stuff, that when we travel and have the nice Airbnbs, we gotta make sure we have a kitchen in there. But I'll make breakfast every day. Like, we could have French toast one day, we could have biscuits and gravy with fresh buttermilk biscuits. The other days, we could have fresh buttermilk pancakes. You want waffles? We could do waffles. We could have all that stuff. I mean, I made biscuits and gravy from scratch. You basically making the gravy. You have a little bit of, throw a stick of butter, some flour, and some milk in there, and then cook up some sausage and throw the sausage in there. Oh God, it's that white country gravy. You're in Myrtle, like Myrtle Beach, with kids for spring break, like Myrtle Beach, or like Myrtle, Minnesota. Pretty sure it's not Minnesota for spring break. There's an actual town in Minnesota called Myrtle too. They actually have a strip club in Myrtle. In Myrtle, in Minnesota. Oh. It's like the only, like, one of the few juice bars that they actually have still around, essentially, where you can go and be 18 to go to a strip club. Otherwise, you have to be 21 to be going to strip clubs because of all the drinks and the alcohol. It's like one of the few juice bars they actually have still around. few of us going to my place for a day. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun day. I'm probably gonna turn this stuff on, and then people can actually see like the wings fry. Throw it in a nice fresh sauce. We'll have the Asian zing. We'll have that from scratch. We'll have Parmesan garlic sauce from scratch, and then we'll make some mango habanero. If people want the mango habanero, if they don't want the mango habanero, I don't have to make that sauce. I can always use my Frank's Red Hot sauce. We can always use that for the wings too. Which this game day sauce is on sale mostly because it's football themed and football season's done. So it's $4 for like a pack of this, and I got another pack too in there. So I stock up on it. It's freaking delicious. I mean, buying just one of these is probably $4 at the store. You get the whole pack. So you got Buffalo, Nashville Hot, and Stinging Honey Teriyaki. I throw these in my hollandaise sauce to make them extra flavorful. Because essentially, when you make a hollandaise sauce, you throw like vinegar-based thing in there. You throw like mustard in there. So I threw different like sauces in there. So you throw like buffalo if I want like buffalo hollandaise, Nashville hot hollandaise, or if I want Stinging Honey Teriyaki hollandaise. For my breakfast pizzas, they are amazing. Oh my god. Am I cooking for the people that come visit? Yeah, I'm cooking for I'm making wings. We'll make bone-in and boneless wings. I'm gonna buy the wings, the bone-in wings, and then I'm gonna buy some chicken thighs, and we'll make that for the boneless wings. And I'm gonna take the chicken thighs, and I'm gonna take the drumsticks and the wings, I think they're called, or drumettes, whatever they're called, the actual like technical name for them. I'm gonna take that stuff and basically like have like a dry like salt brine, or I could throw them in buttermilk, let them sit in the fridge overnight, so they literally, like when you're having the wings, they literally just fall apart, fall right off the bone. Like they don't, just falls apart pretty much in your mouth. Oh my god. Those wings are gonna be delicious.
Turn the beat up.
Gonna make those wings. And then other people are gonna bring stuff. I don't know what they're gonna exactly bring. But we can have like fruit if we want fruit there. One of my buddies was recommending like appetizers and stuff, and I don't know what appetizers we'd really want to have. But I don't want to like have the whole day basically consist of cooking where you're not eating either. So I want people to be able to like actually eat and enjoy. Like I don't want to make too much food. So I'm gonna make the wings, but I gotta figure out what everybody else really wants to have, or make, or bring, or whatever. Just makes it easier so it's not just all on one person. But those wings are gonna be freaking amazing. You're bringing your stomach? That's good to know. I'm glad that you're not leaving it at home. FaceTime the food when you get there? I'm probably gonna turn on my Streamlabs and probably stream it, and I'll just send you the link. So you'll actually see the food. You'll see it all live, prepared, and everything. I'll probably turn this on. And that's gonna be really funny because I'm gonna have all the people over. So then they're just gonna be a bunch of hood rats. Just joke around with me while I'm trying to be like serious and cooking while they're doing stuff, whatever. We're gonna sit there and just have a grand old time. Definitely gonna be a multiplayer stream. There's gonna be quite a few different people. I'm gonna be like frying the wings, or somebody else is gonna be frying the wings, and somebody's gonna probably try to like jump scare me and shit. It's like But we'll make sure you get food pictures. I always want to send food pics. Always share the love with other people. That's crucial for anything. Detour to get some food. You might need to get some food for her at this point. After showing her this and talking about all the other stuff, she probably really needs some food right now. Lickies, what kind of grill did you get? Did you get a charcoal or a propane grill? Which one did you invest into? Or did you get one yet? Otherwise, my plans for the day essentially is once this cools, I'm gonna go buy a nice guitar pick and slowly learn how to play my guitar. I'm gonna play that for like 30 minutes today. I gotta go clothes shopping. I gotta invest in some business casual clothing. My new job. She's gonna go look at a pellet grill. Ooh, that'd be nice. Get an attitude again. It's even more funny because I feel like you both just have that attitude right back at each other. The person that I like start dating in the future is not going to be prepared for the attitude that I have, because I will literally match their energy and they are not prepared for it. But they're going to match my energy and I'm not prepared for it either. It's going to get pretty spicy at times. That's hilarious. Pretty freaking hilarious. Get my guitar. Then I can play songs on stream. Then I can actually play music. Maybe I should pop it out once in a while so you guys can actually like see like the progress that I've made with it too. Let's see if I can even get a note to appear like at the first time. That's pretty good. You guys see my progress. And then you got trying to think of other notes that I know of. Then you got this one. Oh my god. Come on. Figure out where my fingers were at. There we go. Yeah. Damn, short people think they're big and bad. No. Wait till 10, but all games are still up. I mean, short people do. I feel like they do compensate a little bit. They try to compensate. I can't wait till I get a pick, though. Oh my god, I'm missing a few notes on there. Don't you start? I always start. Sometimes I also finish. I finish the conversation for people. They do though. Don't you yell at me, I'll yell right back. Fight me like he's right now. Fight me. I want to learn like the Jack Black song. Like the one where he's like, "'Twas I who fucked the dragon." You're a scrapper? Like you take cars to the junkyard and scrap them out for money? Wow, I'm impressed. Mad impressed at the skills that you have, Lickies. I never would have thought you would have did that in your spare time. Should have heard me on Mauser's stream talking about booty water. Oh my. Oh god. Scraps for days. Making you chug tequila on stream. You're selling booty water? What is that, like the Hannah Montana like Kleenexes? Where people would blow their nose in them and then sell them on eBay and basically tell people that it was Hannah Montana? Subscribe for my only booty water fan? Yeah, no thank. Pass. I'll take a hard pass on that. Hard pass. It's not my kink, but you know, if people have that kink, by all means they can do it, but it's not mine. I'm gonna take a pass. sit there and just put it in the camera. The rest of the like when you start fighting, it just be like. All day cod. Hey, whatever works. Does that mean if I did like a great distraction food, this is why I'm chonky? That's why I work out the way I do, otherwise I would be chonky. I find it funny that you say that you're chonky and you're probably not even big, like at all. You're probably being like hard on yourself like the rest of us. You're probably not even like big at all. I highly doubt it. Yeah, you're just fluffy? You can be fluffy. Gabriel Iglesias would really like you. I could imagine like doing a subathon for this, and then I essentially like have to keep cooking like a bunch of dishes and stuff, but I would have to have like people over to like help me eat all the food because I couldn't eat it all. But essentially like I would just go down like a menu of like all the food that I would have to continuously like just keep making, like as long as people are like subscribing and stuff too. I would have to have people here, but essentially just like going on, like I just keep making the food. Like people can vote on like the menu of the food that they want me to actually make, whether it's like lobster rolls or whatever. That could be another like either subathon or it could be a charity stream idea. I already said that I wanted to do charity streams when it comes to riding bike. I want to invest in some cameras. Well, it's probably not a GoPro because I've heard GoPro is probably not the best for it, but there's like a different Sony kind of camera that I could have on like a bike helmet. I need to get a bike helmet to begin with. I don't have one. When I get yelled at, they're gonna be like, ah! Yeah, you're on the other camera just eating all the... That'd be awesome. But that's what I would do, is have like a nice camera, and then people could basically, like it'd be like a different like kind of stream where they'd sub for miles. Like I'd be out riding bike, and then however many miles I get is how much they could like donate to like charity or something. I could figure out how like the logistics of how it all work out. But that could be something for charity though. And I ride 84 miles right now is my max. So it's like I'll be doing like 100 miles right around the corner. So it's like if people donate like $1 per mile, it's gonna add up pretty quickly. $1, they have $2 or $5 per mile, and then they're like, oh shit, I didn't know this guy could run 100 miles. And I just keep going, and you see it from like, you see the sun rising and you see the sun going back down, and I'm still going, and then they're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? When's he gonna stop? They just keep going. I got a motorcycle? No, this is a bicycle. Two-wheel bicycle. This is not, no, this is, I don't have a motorcycle. My roommate has a motorcycle. I thought about like actually getting on one, like riding one and buying one, but my sister told me that I can't have one. One of my sisters that has 2 kids, because she doesn't want to see me get in an accident and die. She doesn't want that. So she keeps telling me that I can't have, like an actual like motorcycle, because she wants me to be safe. My mom will yell at me, my dad will yell at me, all of them will yell at me because they don't want me to have a motorcycle. I'll even bring my bicycles in if you want some. Where's my bike? This is one of my bikes. This one's pretty light. This one is the one that I did 84 miles with. My baby. I need to upgrade. Holy shit. I need to upgrade to a exercise. I don't even know what you're talking about anymore now. This is my baby. I need to upgrade to a better bicycle so I can actually go further distance. I feel like I kind of maxed this one out already. Hop on it with the apron and be like, bye. I got a fat tire one, but I'm not gonna bring that one in. That one is heavy as shit.
Haters, they really don't know. Makes no difference as the videos revolve. It's all part of the program, like when they switch track. Act like my bro, I've never been a dick, so nine goes over my head. Wish I was an ex, over and dead. Hoping I fold, so for bed, but me to a booth in the coldest red. Cement in my name with the hardest. Every line I scratch, I'll be carving. Man for the bite when I bark it. Don't push me to start, I'm a bark it.
Exercise? You've never heard of her? Yeah, right. You exercise all the time. I love going to the gym. I don't know if you do cardio as much, but you exercise. Don't be lying. Used to? Like cardio? You used to do cardio? You don't do it anymore? You just weightlift? So you were the one bragging, I think, in Forms area, like hitting it hard and shit. Yeah, get the fuck to the gym. Go. What are you waiting for? Go! Go! Go to bed! Distracting me with the chat. Go to the gym. Yeah, get going. Then you don't get to stop till I tell you can stop. I'll be your motivation. I'll be your, like, Chris Farley. I'll be your motivational speaker the whole time. I'm like, no, keep going. You got, like, 2 more reps. Keep going. You're not shaking nearly enough yet. Keep going. Goes back to bed. I was gonna say, I don't think you worked today. If you did work today, it's like calls off. It's like, she told me to go to bed. I can't come into work today. You do. Get back. Just do one day. Do one day of the week. You sadly do work today. That's what I kind of thought. Go back one day. Don't hit it hard right away because you're gonna burn yourself out and you're not gonna want to do it. Just go back one day. One day a week is not that much of a commitment at all. That's the way I would like do it. Like when I get like stressed out and burnt out from like going to the gym, I go one day. I go one day a week just to get back into it. Then once I build that back up, then I add the second day in. And then once I got that back in, I add the third day. And then I'm good to go. The gym is so beneficial for people, and people don't realize it. So many people feel like everybody's like judging them and stuff too. Like one of my like close friends is having a hard time going because she feels like everybody's like judging her and stuff. And I tell her, I'm like, you know, I'm like, if people are judging you, let them judge you. Like, give them a show. Give them something to look at. Be extra. Sit there and sing your heart out. Dance. Whatever. It's your life. I think life's too short to not enjoy exactly what you want to do with that kind of stuff. I'm not saying you're shy. No, I guarantee just based off your personality alone, you are not a shy person in the slightest. I never took you for a shy person. I'm just talking about like one of my close friends right now that's very shy. That I just stare back too. Like it doesn't bother me either. People can stare all they want. People stare a lot more since I've worn like my compression shorts that I wear and stuff compared to wearing just shorts. I wear my compression shorts and I got pockets in them and I wear them. Just make things awkward. I like to make things a little awkward, but I don't like to make it inappropriate. I try not to. It's a hard balance. It's a hard balance to finagle sometimes. Lickies just flips them off, I've found. I mean, I could see that. Like, people staring at her and she just flips them off. That's probably the first thing she's going to do when she meets me. She's going to flip me off immediately. And I'm like, that just means that she cares. Wow. If she doesn't flip you off, does she really care about you? Oh, it's funny. It was one time that you were caught or one time that you did it? Because I could see one time being caught. You're going to tell me to shut up again? It's only truly one time if you were actually only caught doing it the one time. I'm really glad I didn't know Lickies before STL. So I got to meet the nice her. I don't know what STL means. I guess I might be a little dumb. Before Seattle? Oh, St. Louis. Oh, duh. Yeah. Oh, I'm a little slow. That was very nice, except for the guy who grabbed me on the dance floor. Well, I mean, that's just not appropriate in any kind. Consent is key for any of that kind of stuff. Don't just sit there and grope people. I wouldn't like that either. I wouldn't like to be groped. Non-consensually. Don't touch me. Well, it's good. I'm glad that you stood your ground with that kind of shit. Because some people just brush it off. Don't stand their ground and stand up for themselves. I'm glad that you did that. That's important. People don't do that kind of shit. Consent is key for the vast majority of things in life. Like, I'm not a really, like, touchy kind of person unless I actually, like, get to know people. And I feel like that's just part of, like, the sexuality that I have. Because people would jokingly, like, sit there and, like, touch me or, like, grope me. And it's like, I don't feel comfortable with any of this. And unless I have, like, an emotional connection to you, don't touch me. And I need to actually, like, get to know somebody before they're starting to do that kind of stuff. Because I don't feel comfortable. I don't. And there's some people that like to just sit there and like touch and grope each other right from the get-go. And they can do that with each other. They don't need to do that with everybody. Like, you gotta feel the room and actually like understand how people operate before you're doing something. If people just take the little bit of time to do the little bit of research instead of... Because I mean, signs are only so much. But I think signs can be easily overthought and misinterpreted. That's why it's better to just like talk about the shit, I feel like, in my opinion. Compared to like going off signs and shit. Me too, hate being touched. Even when people I like, no hugs. I got hugged out in St. Louis and I took a break from people and slogged at Josh's house. I mean, I'm a big hugger, but I'm not gonna forcefully hug somebody unless they actually want to hug. That's the one thing like that touching that doesn't really bother me too much. As long as I'm not hugging the person, they're sitting there like groping my ass, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, you gotta stop. Like, that's too much. Like, if I've known you for years and you do that, I'd probably laugh and just giggle and walk away. But if somebody just does that, no, absolutely not. Like, you gotta get to know me, buy me dinner, take me out. But I love giving hugs. Hugs are definitely something that I don't shy away from. But I'm not going to give somebody a hug unless they actually want one. But when I give hugs, typically they're the kind of hug that make you, they can be, it just depends on like the mood of the person. But I give hugs that make you feel like you're the only thing that matters in the world at that moment. Like nothing else matters. That's a beautiful kind of hug. And that's why I gave Stilly crap when I seen that she could do that. I'm like, well, I need somebody that can hug me like that because I give hugs like that. But not that often I'm going to get somebody that gives me a hug like that. Like that's, I want that shit. I give those hugs all the time. I gave that to, she's not technically my grandmother, but she's like more of like an adopted kind of like sense. Not like legally, like we just claimed her as like a grandparent. And I gave her a hug, and she's sitting there like about crying. She's like, I haven't had a hug like that in years. And it just goes to show you, it's like a hug can be a beautiful way to like just show love and stuff. And that's the way I was raised, where we didn't leave family gatherings unless you hugged each other. It's like now it's like if I don't want to hug somebody, I'm gonna say I'm not gonna give like a hug to just anybody though either. But that's the kind of hug that I love giving to people when they want it. Like I've had people that tell me, probably similar to Stilly, I've had people tell me it's like, you know, I haven't had one of your hugs in a long time and I really just like craving a hug from you right now. Like that would really just like make my week. And I'm like, all right, I'm like, that feels amazing to hear. And Stilly does the same thing. So it's like when I find people that can give hugs like I can, oh my gosh, it makes my heart just freaking explode. It feels so nice. Hugs are a beautiful thing when used properly. Hugs are a beautiful thing. Now if you're sitting there like hanging on me and shit after the hug and stuff like a jungle gym, don't be doing that shit. My nieces and nephews can do that. I don't want just anybody doing that. No, don't sit there and just hang on me like a jungle gym. Just because I'm tall doesn't mean everybody gets to climb the jungle gym, alright? Oh, God. My nephews used to do that all the time when I was younger, though. They'd sit there and just hang for like my neck and shit. I'm like, dude, stop. I'm like, I'm gonna have a kink in my neck if you keep doing that. I'm like, I'm getting older, and I'm like, I can't be risking that shit anymore. And I got one of them that's turning 18, and if he did that shit, I'd probably die. I'd probably unlock third person real quick. But my younger nephews now, the ones that are still younger, like that age that would do that kind of stuff, they don't typically do that kind of stuff, but I sit there and throw them around and everything too. And it's fun to sit there and wrestle around with them. I can't wait to get a Stilly hug for the first time. I definitely look forward to that. That is something I very much look forward to. I gotta figure out, now that's gonna be like 1 o'clock, I'm running out of stuff to say, and I feel like I'm probably gonna move on and do some other stuff. I'm trying to figure out, I learned how to raid just the other day, and I raided Kalo's brother. Well, thank you. Like, enjoy grabbing the grill. I hope it works out for you. You'll have to send many pictures of what you're putting stuff on there. I want to see all of it. I want to see all of it. Don't be shy with the pictures. I know you won't be. But I want to make sure to say that. I got to figure out who I want to raid off to today. Do I want to raid off to another person that does, like, cooking streams? So then I can, like, network? I think that would be a good decision. I got to find somebody that I would enjoy raiding off to, though. Let's see. Food and drink. Let's see what we got. I could raid off to Form if I really wanted to. But I feel like a food and drink stream would be much more... Miss Lickies is an incredible cook. I believe it. I believe it. I gotta think of who I want to raid off to. Should start listening to some people. Orange sweet rolls and soft pretzel bites. She's got Chatty, English, Cozy, and Golden Girls as her tag. I think that's pretty solid. But I do ask so myself. The Golden Girls? Shit. Just that alone. Let me go there. Let me hop in her chat and see how she is. Hopefully it doesn't like blast my... I want to make sure that it's not a subscriber only chat either. Because that would suck. You go into a, like you raid somebody and then they're subscriber only. And I'm like, that probably wouldn't be the best. That'd be the best. So let me mute my mic just so you don't hear it. Oh my gosh, she's got a dog on there. I need to go like now. She's got a dog! Dude! There's a Doja on there. We're going. How do I do this? Stream manager. Rate channel. Channels I follow, right there. Rate her. Alright, we're gonna rate her. She got a Doja on there. She's making orange sweet rolls and soft pretzel bites. Heck yeah, let's go. Alright, let's go. Okay, where's she at on here? It's not popping up. Let me go like this.